Hello everyone, this is JR Tactical 213. Today I'm at the shooting range. I'm going to do a shooting review with the brand new XDM Elite 3.8 inch 9mm. I haven't really had a chance to shoot it, so I'd like to give you my honest opinion of how it shoots. Today I'll be using also Federal 115 grain 9mm. And we will just take a look at it, see what I think about the trigger, the accuracy, and the recoil. Let's get to it. Okay, so I got my eyes and ears on. We're getting ready to shoot. For the magazines, these are 20 round magazines, and I'm only going to be loading them to 10 rounds just for purposes of really seeing how I am on target. Shooting a lot of the rounds, it's going to get a lot of holes in there pretty quick on the target. So we're going to get started. That trigger is amazing. It's a nice, easy pull, so smooth. I'll have to get used to the sights as I haven't shot this yet. Getting my finger feeling correct on the trigger. I think I had it through a little bit too far when I first started. But overall, I'm very happy with this 10-yard shooting for the grouping I had. Very first one I kind of pulled, just getting out of the gate. It still hit a few inches from the red, but overall this is an amazing feeling gun to shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another mag in. So that's 20 rounds through it. The majority are in the area I'd be looking at, which would be the red circle type shape, and just a little bit outside it. I have about 4 flyers that I can see on here where it's just me. And again, I've never said that I'm a professional shooter or the best shooter out there or anything like that. I'm just an enthusiast that loves to shoot. We'll continue practicing, getting better with this gun. My technique also, I'm continuing my training. I have classes I'm taking once to twice a month to continue my growth as a shooter and being more accurate. But overall, this gun is an amazing shooter. Nice reset on it. The trigger is great. The sights are really great, especially I got here in the daytime with these sights. Everything's just, the bright red front sight pops with the sunlight. I'll shoot a few more rounds and we'll get back to the tabletop and kind of give an overall review and what I think of this gun. Hey everyone, this is JR Tactical 213. I'm back with the review that I started with out at the range today. I took my Springfield XDM 3.8 to the range to try it out with the meta trigger and the sights, just trying to see what I thought about it. I kind of wanted to give my review now after shooting it, what I really think about it. So this is my first XD that I've ever really shot, and I have to say that this new trigger that they talk about lives up to the hype. It is a very amazing trigger, and I will do a quick we're clear. Okay, so again, this trigger is such a light, nice, smooth trigger pull. Have it take up, hit that wall, it's really light, and you get a click. Now, you don't get any little jump or movement when you pull this trigger. It's an amazing trigger. So Springfield did great with this. I didn't have any problems with this safety in the back. I know some people don't like the Springfield with this safety, but when you get a good purchase on the gun, it was no problems. I was able to load all 20 rounds with no problem. Very easy to load it on up. The slide action, everything was perfect with that. Easy to rack everything. Easy to use the slide release. And this does have the ambi, which was nice for me. The sights. Now, this has that U sight with the fiber optics in the front. And it was very easy to get your sight picture. It took me a few shots just to try to kind of figure out how to aim it. But it didn't take too long to figure it out. This match barrel, so they say, the sights, the trigger, this is a great shooting gun. Let me go ahead and show you a couple of the targets that I had from 10 yards. Okay, now before I start with showing the targets, I do want to remind everybody that I'm not trying to say anyway I'm some professional shooter. I'm just an okay shooter. It's something, like I've said before, I enjoy doing. So coming into these targets and showing you my results, just remember that the gun will do way better than what I can do with it. So the first targets, and I like these splatterburst targets. It does make it a little harder to see. I just got these. If you don't hit the black or the red, it makes it very difficult. Hitting the yellow will just put a hole in it. You're really having to see where you're hitting. So I started off down here at first. Now I will say, even with whatever I do, I still usually shoot a little bit to the right as a left-handed shooter. So I started off in this area and it wasn't too bad. I had a couple flyers here. I had an anticipation, and that's something I'm working on with the person who's doing training with me, where you anticipate and kind of pull it down. So I know I had that one right there. When I aimed for this one, I did get a couple just on the outside of this little black circle and had a couple inside. Again, probably a couple of anticipations dropping it down. The headshot, I was kind of in this area, and again over here, I was just a little right of center. But overall, I felt like you see grouping here. This was a little more spread, and you have like grouping here, and I grouped fairly well down here. So that was kind of my first target. My second target, again, you can see, like I said, I do shoot a little right. I know that that's me. That's something I have to work on. Not the gun, but I do shoot a little right. Again, probably an anticipation that I'm trying to work on. But this area through here, shooting up here, had a couple that went a little lower. But there were some nice groupings. You can see all through here. I didn't go for any of the side ones on this one. But overall, I mean, this is a great gun, and it's gonna be me getting better with my shooting, not the gun's fault. So if you don't think any of these shooting the targets were good, just do remember that this gun is amazing. It's not the gun. I just have to continue to practice. So again, after my time at the range shooting this, I would absolutely say if you're interested in getting a little bit larger gun that you could still conceal, because it is still small, if it's going to be a larger conceal, that I would highly recommend the Springfield XDM Elite 3.8 in 9mm. You're getting so much out of the box without having to change. Great sights, trigger, ambi controls. I mean, just a great shooter. This is JR Tactical 213. Have a great day.